What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. In this video, we are jumping into Dark Crisis Big Bang. This is an issue number 1 one-shot. This is a fight across the multiverse. After the events of everything taking place during Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths issue number 4, Pariah has successfully resurrected the Infinite Multiverse. We are gonna traverse these worlds. We are gonna see things like the Jurassic League, all the way to DC Mech, from Dark Knights of Steel to Batman 89. Mark Waid is taking us across the multiverse on a journey, visiting all the most popular worlds that DC has to offer. And of course, this is led by the one and only Barry Allen. Now, make sure you guys have liked this video, make sure that you subscribe to the channel, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so our story picks us up at the House of Heroes. We have Barry Allen, aka The Flash. He is accompanied by Wallace West, aka Kid Flash. And Barry Allen has been working with great effort to try and map the multiverse. Ever since Pariah have lifted up the veil, they are rediscovering an infinite amount of Earths. And when Wally goes to question what he means by rediscovering, Barry goes on to tell him about the Anti-Monitor, letting him know about the Anti-Monitor, letting him know about how all universes had been destroyed but one, how the Flash had been used as nothing more than a battery source, believed dead for so very long. That, of course, is until Wally West had saved his life. He had found him and brought him back home. But now that everything has been reborn, even though the Anti-Monitor had been defeated on multiple occasions, at his core, he is indestructible. And right now, he is unaccounted for. While everybody else may see the infinite multiverse, what Barry Allen sees is a crime scene. The Anti-Monitor could still very likely be out there. He could be destroying entire realities. And right now, nobody is aware. Believing that he has to be stopped, Barry Allen goes out on his recon mission. He goes to see if there is any sign of the Anti-Monitor anywhere in the multiverse. And so our two speedsters, they head out from Earth 23 to Earth 118, the Earths of President Superman and the Earth of Dark Knights of Steel, from Earth 22 to Earth 27, from Kingdom Come to the Jurassic League, from Earth 43 to Earth 9, from Earth 18 to Earth 162. They are seeing the infinite possibilities that exist. Timelines that we see are far in the future or far, far back in the past. But when he lands at Earth 28, that is where he sees him. The Anti-Monitor is messing up the DC Mech. Not a line that I have been following, but it's essentially DC crosses over with Transformers. As our speedsters are making their way through this world, seeing the Anti-Monitor, Wallace gets captured. The Anti-Monitor grabs hold of him. Barry Allen, knowing that he cannot defeat the Anti-Monitor alone, there is one thing that he can do. This is where the fastest man alive, he starts doing circles around the world. This is something that he doesn't do very often. Incredibly dangerous. He is going for their near infinite mass punch, something that could easily disform space-time itself. Being able to hold this amount of power just for a moment, he hits the Anti-Monitor with the mightiest punch in the entire multiverse. We see the Anti-Monitor go flying. He starts going through realities, from Earth 6 to Earth 24, all the way to Earth 41. But Barry doesn't stop there. He keeps going. He keeps hitting the Anti-Monitor, knowing that if he stops even for the slightest split nanosecond, second, the Anti-Monitor will get up and it will be game over. Not hesitating, not blinking, not giving him a single chance to play offense. From Earth 66 to Earth 789, Barry can feel the anger inside of him. For every second that he was tortured on that treadmill, the Anti-Monitor unable to get his bearing, Barry Allen thinks just for the slightest second that he might win this. That is when the Anti-Monitor is able to hit him with a blast. He hits the Flash with a blast so hard that it knocks the Flash through realities. From Earth 4 to Earth 20, the Anti-Monitor taunting him, letting him know that you're back for the grave, and for what? To entertain this idea that you might be able to have vengeance. To test your abilities against the Supreme Deity, letting him know that he has failed. And he has failed miserably. With Barry Allen in the grasp of Anti-Monitor, there appears to be no sign of help, no sign of breaking free. That, of course, is until the Anti-Monitor is hit with a blast of energy. That energy is coming from Green Lantern Batman. Because while Barry Allen was getting thrown around realities, Wallace was grabbing hold of every single superhero he could along the way, and they are all more than willing to throw in the helping hand to bring down Anti-Monitor. As the heroes from across the multiverse start laying in on the Anti-Monitor, they may all be from different multiverses, but they instinctively work as a team. Even so, that doesn't mean that they're going to win. All of them realizing that this guy's power is far beyond anything that they have ever faced. This is where Barry Allen comes up with a plan, saying that the Anti-Monitor comes from a universe of antimatter. If they are able to open up that multiverse, they might be able to exile him there. So while some of our heroes hold the line, other heroes go looking for this place, this universe of antimatter. Finding the universe, they open up a dimensional rift. With the portal starting to get opened up, Barry knows that they'll have one chance at this. This is where Barry goes for the second part of his plan, the part he told nobody about. Whoever lands the last punch on the Anti-Monitor, they're more than likely going to be sucked into the rift with him. They will be dragged into this place, lost forever in the negative cosmos. And so our heroes, they position the enemy, and that is where Barry Allen comes in. He hits the Anti-Monitor with all of his strength, and we see Barry Allen and the Anti-Monitor begin to fall into the rift. As Barry Allen says and whispers a goodbye, he is saved just in the nick of time by Green Lantern Batman. With the rift being closed up, all of our heroes congratulating one another, patting themselves on the back, telling them how great of a job that they have all done. The Anti-Monitor has been defeated. He has been exiled back to his universe. For how long he will stay there, nobody knows. But at least for today, the battle has been won. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Out of all the Dark Crisis issues so far, tie-ins and everything included, this one's probably my favorite. And I use favorite very loosely because honestly, like I've said recently, Dark Crisis has just fallen off for me. But this one's enjoyable just for the simple fact that we get to traverse the infinite multiverse. From DC Comics versus zombies, from DC Comics versus vampires, all the way to Dark Knights of Steel, which if you're not keeping up with Dark Knights of Steel, I highly recommend that you go check it out. It's been on pause for at least a month or so, which is a little disappointing. I guess they're trying to push out everything else right now. But Dark Knights of Steel, it might be one of my favorite comics that is currently coming out from DC. I don't know how necessarily believable this story is. You know, the Anti-Monitor is an individual that caused so much chaos back in the day. And here we have in 25 pages him essentially being defeated and exiled where he can no longer return and cause chaos, at least for the time being. But for me, it is always enjoyable to see all the alternative versions of our heroes, from Green Lantern Batman all the way to President Superman. DC does really have a very unique roster of multiversal characters. One of the few things that I truly do enjoy about DC Comics, that while Earth Zero may essentially be kind of the center of the universe, of the multiverse, there are so many wonderful, absolutely creative ideas out there in the multiverse. So much untapped potential, so many Elseworld stories that can just come to life and be absolutely amazing. Then you have other ones that are not so great, like DC vs. Vampires. A relatively unbelievable story, but the idea that Nightwing becomes a vampire king, that's gotta pique your interest just a little bit. But yeah, all in all, it's not a bad story, it's enjoyable, but it really doesn't do anything for the Dark Crisis story that is currently ongoing. It doesn't push the plot forward, it doesn't change anything that is about to happen in the last issue. But let me know your thoughts, let me know your theories. If you would like to get caught up on everything going on with Dark Crisis, be sure to check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It is gonna get you completely caught up on the entirety of this event. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership. Much like Patreon, having 5 different tiers, from $1 to $50, from loyalty badges to getting free comics every single month. Not only does this help out the channel tremendously, but you are getting tons of perks in the process. Now, if you are unable to do this, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.